All right, gentlemen, you both got your instructions in the dressing sheds. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up, we'll get into it.
Good luck, brother.
Such a good fight in waiting here between Ruston, who's 4-0 with 4 KOs, and Tonga Tongo, who's 9-0 with 9 KOs, and the Australian light heavyweight title belt is on the line. And here they go, the two big punches. Ben Damon in commentary alongside Showtime Sean Porter. And Sean, you can tell I'm excited about this one.
I want to go on record for saying this should be the co-main event.
Well, it was discussed, but there are some big names up the top there. This one, though, has Australian boxing fixated.
Good jab from both these guys.
So Tonga Tongo, who was telling everyone he was going to fight as a southpaw for the first time, maybe he was having a lend of us.
Yeah, I did not like to hear that, especially going up against a guy with the kind of amateur experience that he's going up against in Ruston.
Yeah, well, regardless, he has started as an orthodox fighter here, as he has previously as well.
The thing I remember about Tonga, I'm sorry, is he's really athletic, you know. So
yes.
Right now he's not being forced to use it. But I really want to see what this fight's going to turn into in another round or so.
Yeah, and at times in his career he's lost a few rounds, he's been behind, and then he's had to rely on his power. Ruston, though, the fascinating thing with him, as I mentioned, he's only ever got into the second round once, so if this goes late, who knows what happens. But with punches like these, it may not last too long.
I mean, just beautiful work right there. You know, he was patient and feigning, and then he let loose.
Ruston, he has the quality of that amateur pedigree, and he showed it there, and he found Tonga Tongo, but he's a tough dude, and he's got power of his own.
We
the
saw
body goes Ruston.
The previous fight, you know, Tonga's just not fighting at the right range right now. He's right in line to get hit, and he's not working right there. And it's not about punching. He can also feint. He can also move his head. He's got to be more active from the range he's at right now. Like that right there.
And it's Ruston who presses forward here. Tonga Tongo throwing his shots and then evading with his head, getting low and underneath, and looks to throw his overhand right as Ruston sees it coming and covers up. And jabbing away now is Ruston.
I like the patience of Ruston. You know, he's very reserved with how much he's going to throw, but he like that right there. When he throws with intention.
Accurate jab it was from Kirra Ruston.
Good jab. Good jab.
There's that big leaping left hook that Tonga Tongo likes to throw.
The athleticism.
He's got that one. He's got a huge overhand right as well, and he scores with both regularly. He was waiting for that counter on the right hands. Was Tonga Tongo as Kirra Ruston takes a seat. Pretty happy with what he's done in the opening 3 minutes.
We had one big moment in this first round. You know, patience right there. Throwing the jab and then let loose to that left hook and followed up with the right hand. That's just education right there. Ruston being patient, knowing exactly what to throw and how to throw it. The trajectory on those punches was perfect.
Meantime, Keith Thurman starting to warm up and stretch, and in the same room is his fellow Floridian in Matteo Tapia. They're both based in the same part of the world, and they'll both fight here tonight in very meaningful events. Tapia up against Sergey Vorobev next, and of course in the main event later on, that man Keith Thurman against Brock Jarvis. Round 2 here, Ruston and Tonga Tongo, and this one will catch fire shortly. No doubt about that. The two big bangers just found their way through the first 3 minutes. And now, Tonga Tongo just placing his left hand out there, feinting a little bit.
I like it. You know, again, just be active, especially at this range. If you're active with the jab, pawing with it, you just keep Ruston at bay, and you make him continue to think.
He jabs to the body, does Tonga Tongo. Ruston just happy to watch him. See what's in front of him.
I think that right there, it's in Ruston's best interest to continue to pop a good, fast, strong jab.
He's surprisingly watchful here, is Ruston.
Yeah.
Just sitting back and having a look at what Tonga Tongo is doing.
Are you used to a faster start from Ruston?
Well, he's never got out of the first round except for once, so generally he's done more than this at this point, but he is an active fighter, and maybe just that thought of never having been too deep and this being a 10-round fight, it's just seeing him be a little conservative at this stage.
Yeah, I think he's respectful of the athleticism and the power of Tonga, which is why he's, again, reserved and trying to be a little more methodical with what he does.
Body shot from Tonga Tongo, and there's a hook as well, and he jabs too, so good stuff here in the middle of this second round from Tonga Tongo. Good jab though from Ruston. And his team would like to see more of that jab, Ruston. As he just steps towards Tonga Tongo, who ducks the head and provides a constantly moving target in front of him. Jabbing now is Tonga Tongo. And then Ruston jabs and jabs to the chest.
You also got to wonder, Ruston hasn't been out of the, what'd you say? He hasn't passed,
he's only got into the second round once.
Yeah, and now he's up in his first 10-round fight. He's probably has made himself believe that he has to work at a slower rate to go 10 rounds, And he's got to have this experience to understand, be who you are, no matter how long a fight's supposed to be.
Speculated that, but look at the condition of him, Ruston.
Yeah, I mean, look at it.
He looks like he could go 25 rounds, to be fair.
Listen, I've seen Tonga. I've never seen Ruston, but to see him come to the ring with those shoulders, I said, "Oh, this is going to be a pleasure for us."
He has the most enormous hands you've ever seen for a light heavyweight as well. He is a menace of a man, but he's in there with a big puncher, and this one is delicately poised.
Big breaths. Okay, we feel good there? We feel good in control? Anything worrying you at all? Okay, good. But here, we just keep good hand positioning and we keep the distance. Remember, round 1 to 3 is the same. Okay? I don't want you to throw your right hand at his head because he flips and rolls out of the way. Okay? If it is the time of a right hand, you go a little bit lower, you go down to the rib cage, down on the bicep, you hit him somewhere when you do let it go. Don't go chasing the head yet. Look, you might go for the shoulder, he might slip into it anyway. But at least you hit something. But remember, 1 to 3, behind the jab, a good balance. Up we go. Let's go, seconds.
That is Gareth Williams, the trainer of Kirra Ruston.
Box.
And he sends him back out to round 3 of this Australian light heavyweight title fight. To the body with the jab is Ruston. And now Tonga Tongo's happy to watch as well. And to the body is Tonga Tongo. Round the back though, and Ruston shakes his head and smiles. Just put him off balance for a moment, that shot.
I think that was the first combination we got from Tonga. And Ruston just simply wasn't expecting it. It landed, and I think that's what caught him by surprise.
Body shot there from Tonga Tongo. Tried to step in and turn his left hand around.
This is much cleaner from Tonga than we got from Sonny in the previous fight. We saw a body shot come from Tonga right there, and he used his jab to work his way in. He's got to continue to do that.
Well, it's much slower pace than we expected this one. We expected them to be furious, the two power punchers, and they are just waiting at the moment and trying to figure each other out. A lot of respect for what's in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, Ruston had a clean right hand right there. He held the jab out there and just didn't throw it, you know, so a lot of hesitation coming from Ruston, and now 3 rounds.
There's that hook. That's a good shot, and there's the right hand. Ruston, maybe he heard you, Sean. He starts to throw some shots now. Does Kirra Ruston, and he jabs with some intent as well as Tonga Tongo goes over the top and Ruston comes back to the body.
It's a good body shot from Ruston and a very good overhand right coming from Tonga.
Okay, we're in round 3 and this one is picking up. Tonga Tongo nearly threw himself off his feet as he takes 2 body shots from Ruston.
Great body work from Ruston right there.
Yeah, precise stuff from Kirra Ruston. When he sees those openings on his opponent, he's taking them to the body.
I saw this from both guys. They've been very, very calm and patient through this fight so far. It's impressive.
Yeah, calmer than we thought, to be fair. And they are just trying to work out what to do with the problem that sits right in front of them at the moment.
You know, I call it creativity. I think we just got a couple of moments right there, both guys being creative, and it works. Why go back to being on the outside and waiting?
Overhand right misses from Tonga Tongo. And that is 3 rounds down, 3 tenths rounds of this potential 10-rounder for the Aussie title.
Big match, baby, big match.
Good round from both these guys. It was a big overhand right, but the way Ruston came back to the body was just perfect, and then back on the jab as well. I'd like to see both these guys be more creative. Overhand right, beautiful, outside of the ear, exactly where it's supposed to be, and then Ruston following up with the body shots. Beautiful work. We just need more of that. They're playing slow chess right now. It'll pick up.
And here we go. These two, Tapia and Thurman, warming up together. Keith Thurman working on his head movement, or is he trying to start his new life as a trainer?
My dad would say, what the hell are you doing? You trying to get cut before the fight? What's happening?
Maybe he's forgotten. It's been 1,131 days since Keith Thurman had a professional boxing fight.
I know that was simple head movement, but that was kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Especially when you got somebody in front of you doing it that's never done it with you before, you know?
Fascinating stuff. Backstage here at the Horden, and compelling stuff at centering as well. These two have never gone the distance. They've always stopped their opponents. Right now they are trying to find that opening. Hesitant at times, but we know what they possess.
Russ is calm, he's patient, he's poised. I want to see him loosen up a little bit more and start to let combinations fly. He's got long arms. He knows what he's doing. He's just got to do it. I think Tonga, he's more of the creative one, waiting to find that big moment to pounce. You know, and I think Russ is really fighting at his pace.
Working to the body with the right hand is Tonga Tongo. And jabbing is Ruston. And just watching it again, Ruston, and then firing out that jab as Tonga Tongo chases him. Little right hand to the body from Tonga Tongo when he got in the position to throw it. But Ruston jabbing really nicely from that range, and then he throws a right hand with intent. He leads with it, and it looked good.
Nice straight right coming from Ruston, and an off-pace punch, and also he hasn't thrown a straight right, led with the straight right the entire fight. Again, that's creativity.
He's happy to just wait in front of Tonga Tongo, but he now gets to work on that jab. And he goes to the body and over the top as well. Better moments from the quality Kirra Ruston.
Nice work, but he's reserving himself. He's holding back. I hate this right now for him. He's got to just let him fly.
It looked like he was ready to go there, Ruston, but he just put it away again.
10 seconds, boys.
Tongo throws with that right hand. Ruston jabs and jabs and jabs. And well, they wait for the bell to get going.
Up your eyes. This bout brought to you by Limros. Leading the way in commercial.
You want more grease or is it going in your eyes right now?
Probably a bit more.
Bit more? Can you grab that grease for us, Johnny? That's good, looking good. Bit more pressure now. You found your range. You can start putting a couple of big shots together if you wish, okay? Like, now's the time where you want to start putting a bit of dominance in there. He's getting a little bit comfortable. So, in burst, I'm not saying go over the fucking crazy, but in burst. If you feel it, put the accelerator down. If the moment's gone, back on your jab, move it. Just control that range, move that fucking head. You look fucking great when you're doing that. You look fucking great.
Good body shot right here coming from Ruston. I want to see more of that. And he let go of some more. Come on now. Right hands, left hooks. Got to keep going.
Kirra Ruston has scored with 45 jabs so far. That has been his punch. And Tongo is ready to go with that right hand that comes out again.
I tell you, Ruston looks like a freaking robot. Look at those shoulders.
I know. Yeah, he's built for it.
Absolutely.
No doubt about that. I know that Keith Thurman was describing Brock Jarvis as the triangle. Well, there's one right here. Tongo. He says he might go to super middleweight after this, regardless of what happens. But he also told us he was going to fight southpaw, so who knows what to believe.
Calling him a liar, man.
Well, no, I won't do that. He reaches out to the body with the left hand, Tongo, but Ruston, and you can just see, Sean, there is that bit of quality about what Kirra Ruston can do out there.
Absolutely. There's more quality coming from Ruston, and I just think he's still pacing himself and reserving himself to go more, because I think he probably is convinced that this could go the distance. I think that's why we're seeing the pace we're seeing from Ruston right now.
Do you think there's a point that he wants to get to so he knows he's comfortable in going the distance?
I actually thought that it was the 5th round.
Okay.
I thought that
maybe it's halftime. Maybe it's round 6.
Yeah, I thought that, we get to the 5th round and he'd start to turn it up. Both guys have the ability to do it, and neither of them are doing it. I don't think it's any more respect. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you.
Tongo tries to find him. Left-handed uppercut, overhand right combination.
A lost art in boxing is offense, defense. The reason I was as active as I was because I knew as soon as I let go of my offense, I use defense because the guy's coming right back. Once I use my defense, I open you up for more of my offense. These guys aren't creating things right now. Neither of them are doing more and are capable of doing so much.
There's a good shot with the right hand from Tongo. He took a couple of good shots in the earlier exchanges, then he gave one, but Ruston, maybe that woke him up a little bit. Good accuracy from both, and they wore the shots well late in this, the 5th round. Ruston on a right hand. Body shots, and big right hand too from Ruston. Tongo comes back. And it just threatened to get going there, right on the bell again.
Why did they do that, right? The bell's ringing.
They are teasing.
You hear that clap.
We're not going to confuse this game, right? We're not going to confuse this.
I think Ruston truly stole this round with this moment right here. It's a good body shot and came over the top with the overhand right. Doesn't get much better than that. The body shots to bring the arms down and then that overhand right. Beautiful work coming from Ruston. We need more of that, and we need it more consistently.
Well, look at this. Brock Jarvis in his undies, shadow boxing like crazy.
Trying to get a deal.
Ready to go.
Trying to get a deal with Calvin Klein.
Just a little moment. A little chill again.
Box.
Round 6.
There you go. Jarvis warming up backstage for his main event showdown with Keith Thurman. Two very different preparations in the building here. We saw Keith Thurman moving his head around the shots of Matteo Tapia earlier, and then we saw whatever that was from Jarvis.
Karate Kid, I think. Listen, so this is what we know. We know that both these guys are waiting on the other to let go so that they can respond. And, you know, I think that they're both being very careful with their offense.
Except for the last 10 seconds of the round. Then they're happy to go.
You know, we all know that 10-second clap comes. If you're in position, you turn it up. But to see these guys as reserved as they are until that 10-second clap is a little bothersome to me.
Over the top, Tonga Tongo, but he misses.
And let's
Ruston
talk about
closes in.
Tonga, the way he recovered. That overhand right hit him, and it was like he recovered instantly. He's in shape.
Yeah,
That's not a
absolutely.
question.
There's a right hand from him as well. Right hands from both, really.
Yeah, both overhand rights landed.
Now they're a bit closer. Let's see what happens from here. No, Tonga Tongo it is that backs off, and Ruston doubles up his right hands. Good jab from Ruston. He just feeds that jab when he gets in a rhythm, does Ruston. Uppercut from Ruston as well. Uppercut from Tonga Tongo. There's the jab. Tonga Tongo's up against these ropes. Ruston has a moment. He goes to the body with a long right hand. Uppercut and a body shot. This is better stuff from Ruston. Does he go to work now with Tonga Tongo in this corner? Trying to set a trap for that. Right hand comes back. Now they go. Now they go. And it is Kirra Ruston who put him down. And down hard. It had to get going at some point. And when it did, it was huge.
9. Come to me. Come to me. You all right to go on? Yeah?
Tonga Tongo has only seconds to survive, and survive he will, but Kirra Ruston roars. He waited and waited, and as the blood courses from the nose of Tonga Tongo, Ruston believes he has his man.
Otherwise, you're going to make yourself dizzy, all right? Now, looking at me, how you feel? You're fucked? Do you want me to stop the fight or do you want to get going?
How are we?
Don't stop it. Tonga, do you want me to stop it? Yeah.
How are we?
I'm going to stop it, mate. I'm going to stop it. Let's go.
You gonna stop?
They're going to stop the fight.
Wow.
They'll stop the fight here with damage to the face of Tonga Tongo.
Magnificent light heavyweight contest here in Sydney. The end comes officially at the end of round number 6, 3 minutes. We have a blue corner retirement, the victory in favour of your winner. Red corner, it is a TKO and new ANBF Australian light heavyweight champion, the undefeated light heavyweight sensation. This is Kirra Ruston.